Being called lazy, especially as a black girl, is not fair. Now I feel like I always need to put in extra work to prove something, even though I really don't, Manon told The Cut. Manon, the visual member of global girl group KATSEYE, recently had her hiatus from the group announced by their label Hype Geffen. However, Manon's response to the situation has led many to believe she may be experiencing mistreatment as the only mixed black member of her group. Hi everyone, it's Adiola. On February 20th, the company released a statement saying, "After open and thoughtful conversations together, we are sharing that Manon will be taking a temporary hiatus from group activities to focus on her health and well-being. We fully support this decision. KATSEYE remains committed to showing up for one another and for the fans who mean everything to us. The group will continue scheduled activities during this time, and we look forward to being together again when the time is right. Thank you to our icons for your continued love, patience, and understanding." But shortly after, Manon released a message on Weverse saying, "Hi friends, I want you to hear this from me. I'm healthy, I'm okay, and I'm taking care of myself. Thank you for checking in. Sometimes things unfold in ways we don't fully control, but I'm trusting the bigger picture. Thank you for standing by me. I love you endlessly and can't wait to see you again." Manon's response appeared to contradict the official statement. While the company claimed she was going on hiatus to focus on her health, she made it clear that she was healthy and okay. Furthermore, Manon seemed to suggest the hiatus was not her choice, saying that things unfold in ways we don't fully control, but she was trusting the bigger picture. Fan speculation intensified when Manon liked a reel on Instagram captioned, "Another black girl subjected to racism and label mistreatment yet again." Manon's friend also shared a post on his Instagram story discussing people being sick of seeing black girl group members get mistreated, from Normani of Fifth Harmony to Leanne of Little Mix, with one tweet even speculating the company was trying to soft launch her being kicked out of the group. Since pre-debut, viewers have argued Manon has faced repeated microaggressions and is often stereotypically framed as the lazy black girl of the group. For example, during the survival show The Debut Dream Academy, Manon was incorrectly labeled as Samara, the other black trainee from Brazil, and vice versa in a Billboard interview. Despite this video passing through multiple hands before being published on such a major media platform, no one caught the issue. The mistake was only fixed after fans called it out. A similar incident recently occurred during KATSEYE's BBC Radio 1 interview, where the host incorrectly attributed Samara's knee injury from the show to Manon, with Sophia and Lara turning to look for her reaction.
Well, Manon, you blew your knee out during one of the episodes of the show, didn't you? And you had to sort of deal with that sort of thing, because those sorts of things are very difficult, aren't they?
I mean, it happens all the time. With so much physical work, something's bound to happen at some point.
Once again, this segment was only cut out after fan backlash. Repeated incidents like this left some fans feeling like the black trainees were being reduced to interchangeable diversity tokens rather than being recognized as distinct individuals. This sort of harmful stereotyping and flattening of personalities paved the way for other damaging narratives, such as labeling Manon the lazy black girl of the group. After the Netflix series Popstar Academy KATSEYE came out, Manon has been questioned for her work ethic, with many feeling she only got into the group due to pretty privilege and her proximity to whiteness as a biracial woman with relatively light skin. When she was scouted and brought in as a trainee, she missed some rehearsals but still ranked high on the scoreboard due to fan voting. During the documentary, her fellow bandmate Lara was one of the most vocal about this, visibly laughing in front of Manon and calling the rankings stupid. The Swiss Ghanaian model turned singer told The Cut, "America has a very different culture when it comes to work-life balance. You guys are all about grind and hustle. In Switzerland, if you're sick, you take a day off. No one's going to expect you to work." Since her trainee days, Manon has gotten better at prioritizing rehearsals, with videos of her visibly practicing even going viral. In November 2025, during a tour soundcheck in Boston, when asked,
"Could you share a moment where you were proud of a fellow member?"
Lara told Manon,
For you, I'm so proud of you for overcoming all the bullshit that you see.
Despite fellow members verbally recognizing her changed behavior, Manon has not been able to escape the lazy label. This narrative has not only been perpetuated online, but also by her own team. In KATSEYE's 2026 season's greetings book, a page from Manon asked, "What does Manon think is her best feature?" And the listed answer choices included her laziness and her selfishness. Printing these stereotypes in official fan merchandise for people to buy not only further amplifies them, but has led many to question if KATSEYE's management is doing enough to protect Manon.
Y'all, this is when I knew. When this came out, when I got season's greetings and I was going through, I get into fads and I become obsessed with something, and for about a month I was obsessed. Anyway, I got season's greetings. This is when I should have known. And I mean, a couple people talked about it, but in the KATSEYE Mod and Mad like photo book thing. There's a bunch of photos of the girls and there's like questions and you can like see who you relate to the most. What does Manon think is her best feature? Her sense of humor, her selfishness, her laziness, or her quiet nature? Now, I remember first reading this and kind of just thinking, like, I could kind of see Manon putting that. Like, I could see her putting that as a joke. Like, oh, this is so unserious. Let me make a joke. Let me be like, oh, what's my best feature? My laziness? Ha ha ha. But looking at it through the lens of today, Mama, we should have known. Like, our poor girl. Protect our girl. Protect her.
With the announcement of Hiatus, people have been leaving racist comments on her social media, from gorilla emojis to racial slurs, telling her, leave the group while you're at it and don't return. Other black girl group members have shown public support, with Leanne from Little Mix saying on Twitter, we need to protect each other, and Melody of the Pussycat Dolls posting to her Instagram feed, we see you. Fans have also started a collective boycott against the group due to the lack of transparency from the company, demanding a clear, honest statement about Manon's situation. They have been unfollowing all official social accounts across platforms in order to demand justice for Manon's unfair treatment. In July 2025, Manon told The Hollywood Reporter, as a black woman, I do feel like I'm held to a different standard at times. Like there's this pressure to be perfect or to carry more than just my own story, and that can feel really heavy. These sentiments were echoed in the video she liked on Instagram.
Why is it that whenever we have a sole black girl in a girl group, she is the victim and the most suffering? This has honestly become a trope in pop culture, especially in music in recent years. The current conversation after news broke last night that Manon will be taking a hiatus from KATSEYE for her health and well-being. I put out a statement stating that she would take a hiatus and that she'll be coming back when she's recovered. But according to Manon on Reverse, she said that she is physically fine. She is just taking time for herself and that things are beyond her control, which has many people speculating that this hiatus was not her decision. If you've been following KATSEYE since they started back in 2023 at Popstar Academy, you know that Manon has been subjected to the most abhorrent hate. Recently, in the last couple of weeks, she and Daniela, who are the two non-Asian members of the group, have been subjected to unspeakable racism and hate. Specifically, in the case of Manon, her being biracial, she's half Swiss, half Ghanaian. Many people are trying to dictate her black identity and whether or not she is actual representation for young black girls. Imagine you are the only black girl in your group. You have half of the internet berating you, calling you lazy, calling you difficult, saying that you're not giving your equal weight to the group. And then you have the other half of the internet trying to dictate whether or not you are part of the community that you were born into. This is a recurring pattern we've seen for black girls who are the sole black girl in the group. We saw it with Fifth Harmony and Normani. We saw it with Little Mix and Lee. Now we have it with Manon and KATSEYE. If you remember what Normani and Leanne went through during their times in the group and the internet vitriol, it was damn near traumatic for them and for the black girls that were supporting them. I don't know what the future has for Manon. Whatever it has, I will support her 100%, and she will have the backing of so many people. It really has people looking at both the label as well as some of the group members. If you see someone that you claim to care about and is your sister, why aren't you saying or doing anything to stop the hate?
What do you think of the situation? Make sure to subscribe and leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.